It is a ridiculously nice day in Toronto. So we're gonna go for a little walk. We're gonna go check out some parts of Midtown that I haven't actually explored yet fully, that I think would be interesting to go and see. Lots of stuff that will be familiar, so essentially lots of things up by Yorkville, but then kind of taking some different steps and going different places. So we're gonna go have some fun, and if you folks have any questions or any places you want me to spill over and check out, just let me know. But let's go for a walk. We'll see you soon. Good day, Juanita. I hope you are well. Lovely as ever to see you. So originally I was supposed to have Ryan Davey today, but there was a mix-up on Facebook and he was unable to make it. So we're gonna have him back on Monday. And I figured today could be a good day to get out and check things out. Oh, Angelo, hello. Good to see you again. If you would like, you are welcome to join. But I'm gonna guess you're probably working or something. Everyone's working today. Curse of the Thursdays. Hello, Pixie. Hopefully you're not working too hard. Right? But yes, today is slightly more interactive, so if you have a direction that you would like to see me go, let me know and I'll do it. I'm very I'm very, that's the right word. The opposite of bossy. I so rarely use that word when referring to myself that it's strange to come off my tongue. Oh man, they are really going hard at Easter. Is Easter soon? I guess so. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Vasily. Hey, Angela, if you want to meet me up in Yorkville, it's where I'll be. It's impromptu snipes. Or planned snipes at that point, I guess. Last time I came in with my Monarch channel and got called a spammer. I mean, that sounds... Hopefully that was Nightbot. Good old Nightbot. It's just like, I don't recognize your face. Or it's just like, we know this face, it belongs to someone else. What time? I mean, I'm walking right now. The plan is I'm gonna go up to Yorkville, and I've realized I've always just kind of followed the Davenport route. But I actually haven't followed, essentially explored more of the area kind of north of Yorkville and east. So not quite Rosedale, the kind of point in between, but I figure it's a beautiful day today. Why not give it a go? I'm trying to live by philosophy. Lack of planning on your part does not constitute an emergency on my part. Not letting myself stress about things I have no control over. That is a good way to go. I close at 6. Well, I mean, I could always just walk down church and check you and see it. Hey, HXQ. Good to see you, friend. Nightbot wasn't there. Hey. If I called you a spammer, it's only because I didn't recognize you and probably thought you were a spammer. So, are you going to Comic-Con this weekend? I didn't even know that was happening, to be fair. So the answer is maybe? I feel like if I was, I would have had to reach out about getting a media pass. But I have not. I need to get better at actually reaching out to places beforehand and going for them. Because otherwise, I just miss out on opportunities. So I'm just like, I guess I technically count as that now, so I should probably actually take advantage of that idea. I mean, I did get to go to Beer Fest that one day, and that was a delight. I got so many people interested in going to Beer Fest next year. My issue with Comic-Con is I don't know much about comic books exactly. I know things about... Oh, look, it's Understory. Hello, friends. I updated the banner on Monarch Canada to actually include a Monarch butterfly. It looks so good now. That's good. So what is the niche of Monarch then? Is it something you're doing like, I don't know, I'm curious to know what you're doing then. Oh, you're in the village. I am in the village. Just making my way up. I figure I'll take church up, go through Davenport, and then kind of curl back around. But we'll see. We'll see. I want to go back to understory, just need to find some downtime. Well, you know, if you want to go this weekend, I'm happy to join. No, I'm walking with Patrick on Saturday. But maybe we could potentially go after. By far my favorite branded channel, so niche, just a channel I created in the void of being striked for streaming until June. So what is it that you're looking for? What is it you're looking to do with that channel then? Is it going to kind of be more travel, or is it going to be more... I'm curious to know what the niches of all of them are. That channel only has live streams and shorts. Might actually have it replace something. Fair. I would have done on DT until my strike expires, then I will decide on whether I delete it or do something. Yeah, that's fair enough. And here's the thing, even if you don't end up using it for like streams and stuff, it's always good to just have backups that you can build up as well. That's what Angelo's doing, where he's kind of branching his channels out into different things, which I think is a good idea. Lions, tigers, and bears, oh my, well, one of the three on these streets. Oh, at least one. I think it's lions and otters and bears, oh my. If it gets monetized, then I'm obviously keeping it. Hell yeah, bud. Yep. Oh. That's funny how like the north of Church Street really doesn't have a lot. A couple houses. Especially this area, it's just kind of unusual to see such low houses and just like 3 or 4 of them together in a row. Literally surrounded on all sides by like huge buildings. Hello, Alexa. Oh, it's so good to see you again. Thank you for joining us today. Where are we heading today? We are heading up to essentially, my plan was to kind of follow Church Street, but instead of going all the way down Davenport like we normally do, to go up through the park. And then once we're through the park, to kind of explore more of that area just north of there and south of Davenport. Or not south of Davenport, south of St. Clair. So I feel like everything else kind of gets over... What's the right word? I often explore the other areas, but this is something that would be different and unique. Bet those houses are worth a small fortune. Oh, of course. I do wonder if perhaps those are powerhouses, because I've never seen anyone come in or out of them. I don't know of anyone who lives in them. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're actually just fronts for like a power station. Because I know that there are like quite a few of those in Toronto. And the fact that it's so unusual that that space hasn't been developed. And we do always have that blank spot where everything buffers. So I would not be surprised if that space was being used as either a power generation station or if that space was being used as like a cell phone booster system, something going on there. At the very least, it's voodoo. Never thought of that, but I've heard that, yeah. Is the city vibing different now that the snow is melting again? Well, here's the thing, today is beautiful. I'm actually out wearing my jacket and my sweater, and I feel like I wore one layer too many. So I might actually just open up the jacket. But I would say so. When it's this like this outside, people tend to be a little bit more, uppy. That's the technical term. Because you're not uppity, because that implies that you're intense. But if you're just uppy, that just means like, yeah, you're chilling, you're vibing. The more I think about it, the more I'm just like, that's probably what's happening there. Because it is that one area that always blacks out on stream. So I'm just like, what could possibly be doing that? And that's probably one of the answers. I assume a lot of the weed stores are money laundering fronts. No way you need more weed than beer. Well, that's a good question, actually. I would not be surprised. Because here's the thing, weed stores can actually collect a lot of digital money now. Meaning it's not just cash money, which was so renowned for being like the money laundering scheme. Shroom stores, I think, are definitely a front of some kind. Because even just how else do you get them? I will say monarch butterflies are super pretty. I can't wait till they're back in the city. Oh, so nice. Butterfly, butterfly, butterfly. You're my butterfly, sugar baby. Very specific reference you're probably too young for. Hyde Park is so great in the summer. Oh, it really is. Actually, funny enough, Hyde Park is an area I haven't actually explored on camera yet. But it's a great one. There's so much there. There's the Hyde Park Zoo, which I think is open all year. I'd actually have to have to confirm that. But it has the old playground I used to go to as a kid. Actually, that's one of my few memories I remember of Toronto, because like I grew up in North Bay, but for my first 6 years, we lived in Toronto. I've also never explored that area, but the charm of these little houses over here. And screaming children. Always screaming children. Hyde Park is better on recorded vids, live connection isn't great. Yeah, that's true. That's always the issue, right? What comes first, butterfly or cherry blossoms? Legitimately good question. Probably cherry blossoms. Because butterflies require like the caterpillar phase and the pupa phase in the cocoon. So butterflies generally don't come out until summer-ish. Because first off, you need the leaves. There's no leaves happening yet. Caterpillars need green in order to grow. Yeah, I'm gonna say probably cherry blossoms, because cherry blossoms usually happen around April, and butterflies will probably take around a month or two to gestate. That's my guess. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure cherry blossoms first. However, in terms of preference, butterflies over cherry blossoms. Everyone loses their mind for cherry blossoms. Like, as soon as they come into the city, everyone's just flocks to them. I'm just like, they're pretty, yes, but it's kind of just the same every year. But, you know, it's nice. It's still good to see. Hello, Christopher. Good to see you, my friend. Infotech. I feel very accomplished today because I managed to wake up and take a shower. These are big steps. They're big steps towards actually being productive in a day. So rarely get done. Will Randy be jealous you are finishing Davenport without him? Oh, I'm not. I am not planning to finish Davenport today. The hope is that I can actually explore some of the streets that we don't explore very often in the area. Because I realize there's a lot of places in the middle. Like a lot of side streets, a lot of north and south running streets that should have just a little bit more to them. So, we'll up. Toronto Zoo has monarch butterflies. Apart from the tiger exhibit, it's my favorite. I actually went to the zoo recently, but I didn't get to see much. Funny enough, I didn't see many butterflies there. I remember they used to have a butterfly house in the Malaysia exhibit, but that entire area has been completely redone. So it's just like, oh, this is actually like really cool. We got to see the rhinos sleep, which was always nice. Hello, First Last. Good to see you today. You went in the winter? I went about a week ago, actually. So when my friend was up from America, I took him over. We got to go see the zoo. He got to see the hyenas, which was really exciting. One thing that was really cool is that while we were there, the hyena zookeeper came by, and she wasn't working or anything. She was just there. But the hyena came like right up to her and was just like, "Hello, hello, friend." It was really sweet. Because normally they just lay around and don't do anything. But to get to see them like super up and super active and super engaged, I was like, that's really cool. So normally we would take Davenport up this way. But because I normally do any place that I have like a singular path, I'm trying to break out of and do something else, so. There's the Masonic Temple, or what was the Masonic Temple. Now it's just a bunch of Masons hanging out. Man, when me and Randy tried to do that trail, it was nasty. Tonight at the lakefront of Toronto, there will be a light show only from 9 to 10 to celebrate the premiere of Project Hail Mary coming tomorrow. That's interesting. I wonder why they do that. If you let me know where and when that is, well, you said 9 to 10. If you let me know where they're doing that, I might be able to join you. I wish I could come down, but I'm at school there today. Well, let me see what I can do. Let's see. Yeah, it's funny. Project Hail Mary seems to be getting a lot of hype. Here's the thing: I love Miller and Lord. I've loved them ever since they did Clone High, and I've loved them despite what they did with Clone High seasons 2 and 3. But yeah. I did actually last night. Me and Hunter went and saw Nirvana, the band, the movie, the show. The show, the movie, and it was really good. It was nice just to see a show all about like long-term male friendship. And it's like, this is really cute and really sweet. They did a really good job of it. I highly recommend if you get a chance to see it. Hello, Andrew. Drive Top 5 movie. I did hear it's a good one. Again, another one I haven't actually seen yet, funny enough. The only details I've seen is east of Yonge Street, 9 to 10 p.m. on the waterfront. Can continue and we'll be happy you saw it. Okay, so I was actually supposed to be on their 3rd season, but for whatever reason, like, I don't think it was ever actually made. I actually went through like my old emails last night being like, did this ever come out? And they just didn't tell me, and no, it never did. I was filming it around 2019. But yeah, they essentially brought me in to be an assistant director. I don't know if they actually used any of my stuff, but yeah. Hello, David. Happy Thursday to you, my friend. Seeing the actual movie in Sunday on IMAX. Very cool. I hope it's a good movie. I feel like it will be a good movie. They don't often have misses, with the exception of Clone High seasons 2 and 3. But dang, would have been so cool, right? No, I wish they had done that. All right, so this is a street I will say I have never done before. Not a long street. Let's see what's here. I already saw Project Hail Mary online. Oh no. That just means it's been leaked. But then again, it's like a big Hollywood movie. I think they kind of expect that these days. Cineplex did early pre-screening Monday through Wednesday, but I wasn't able to attend those days. Also sold out insanely quick. That's a good sign. Like, here's the thing. If people can get excited about movies again, that kind of is a win for a lot of different people in the industry. Streaming is here's the thing. Streaming has ruined a lot, but especially the act of coming together in a space and watching something, not just movies, but like plays, and specifically ballets and opera. Let's hop on that bandwagon. But like there is a specific magic about going and seeing something with other people. Because even when me and Hunter saw Nirvana the band the show, it is funnier just watching around other people and hearing when they're laughing. Because there's a lot in that movie that's just really funny and really specific TOURonno humor. There's one moment where they turn around, it's just like, the cue with Gian Gomeshi, and everyone in the audience just went, ooh. It was good. Hello, Sandy. Not just remains the cost of viewing a movie. True. That is also a thing. But here's, like, smaller productions like that, like, your ticket money goes so much further than with, like, a big blockbuster budget. And if you want to go see big blockbuster movies, like, obviously go for it. They don't need as much help. But they just keep making everything feel like it's supposed to be this big, grand blockbuster. And just, like, maybe just appeal strongly to the people that you're trying to target. And then they'll feel more compelled to come and join you. Just a thought. I pee so much to be able to view a movie in theaters. Well, that's why they have adult diapers. You can get creative. All right. All right, McMurk Street. Let's head down this way. Because this is kind of the area that I'm hoping to target, so. By the way, everyone, thank you for joining us today. I feel like we're gonna have some fun exploring these areas. I really just want to like focus on some areas that have interesting architecture, and I know that this place has a lot of that. So I'm even just like looking at that, what they've done with the brickwork, I'm just like, that's pretty cool. Not quite cookie cutter houses, as Angela would put it, but something kind of the same but different, you know? Like those are neat. Well, see, here's the thing. I could have said adult diapers, or I could have just said pee in your cup. But, you know, I don't want to encourage people to do that in the middle of the theater, because that would be weird. How do we go from, like, talking about movies? Never mind. Let's not retrace those steps. And illegal. That is also a good point. Have you ever seen like those golf clubs that they have for like gentlemen, and you can essentially like to open up the top and then be in the golf club and then put it back in? It's like, then you have to carry it around with you. It's like, who is this for? Why does this product exist? But you know that if they made it, it clearly exists for someone. Cookie? Did someone say cookie? I mean, anything can be cookie if you want. Oh, what a cute dog. Oh, he's so sad. Try to get the dog on the other side. There you go. Big dog. Big dog. By the way, if you folks are here, thank you for joining us today. Feel free to like and subscribe. It does help the channel out in a major way. And thank you for joining us. I think we're going to have some fun. But if there's ever any direction you want me to check out, let me know. Happy to go down. Boop. I pretend I don't know that it exists. People say the same thing about me. I used my Cineclub membership that, oh, jumped up. I won from Cineplex and got a healthy discount on the movie ticket, so I don't mind the time. That's good. Lots of dogs in the area, for sure. It was a long Nevada highway. I could see the curvature of the earth. Put a truck on cruise control and pissed in a bottle. My proudest accomplishment. We're a weird bunch, you know that? Just gonna say that. Looking sassy with the hairstyle. Thank you much, Christopher. Hello, Lumia. Good to see you. I was gonna say that here, I moved over, and then she specifically stepped in my way. Just like, what are you trying to do, lady? All right, so this says no exit, pedestrians accepted. So let's go get a look down this little route over here. You can see how this will be a nice garden when it comes up. But avoid the tree branches. But again, beautiful houses. Really, really nice to. Then of course you get the big structures over here. Last year, we didn't evolve to be boring. You know what? That is true. That is true. I feel like people rarely call me boring, and when they do, they are correct. I'm not going to argue with people. If you think I'm exciting, that's on you. I think I'm a very plain, normal yogurt person. Except I don't like normal yogurt. I like vanilla yogurt. I always think of the astronaut who drove nonstop from Houston, Texas to Cape Canaveral, Florida due to some vendetta. I've never heard that story. Waiting patiently for summer. I think we all are. Man, it's going to be such a cool summer for me. I'm slowly putting together my plans, my man plans. But the hope this summer is that every fringe I go to, I want to interview 2 or 3 people every day and like share my fringe experiences. So that's what I'm hoping to do. Although I will say it's going to be a lot of hustle this year, and I'm okay with that. So normally when we walk Davenport, we are walking from the other side. But my hope is that there is more between here and Ragsdale Park. But I'm starting to doubt there is. So if there isn't, then I'm just gonna have to go north a little bit and explore more up there. Ooh, this is intriguing. Is this just a driveway, or does this just descend into something else entirely? Oh, okay, never mind then. This is not the right place. I guess those are just lawns. I guess they're just laneways that go down and connect to these houses up here. So if people who live up there, that must be where they have. Very cool. Was that a security warning? It absolutely was. Here's the thing. As soon as something like that happens, I'm just like, okay, I'm in a place I'm not supposed to be. I'm gonna GTFO real quick. Literally heard it on the camera being like, hi, you're being recorded. So I know that someone's just gonna see me come out with the camera and then look confused and then leave. Which, to be fair, me looking confused, not an atypical thing. So yeah. At this point, I don't know if I'm going to be doing Edmonton with my show or if I'm going to be there supporting Diane just with her show. But either way, I shall be a part of Edmonton Fringe. I mean, boop. I could have booped something else there, and I did not. So I trust you admire my restraint. This message was brought to you by It Depends. I have TMN's story on that. Lights flashing. We go. Edmonton, my home rate. If you're in Edmonton, I will be there. I'm either going to be bringing my show, A Canadian Explains. I might bring, well, maybe I'll bring this shit, but probably not. It would take me it would literally take me $3,000 to get and pay for my venue in Edmonton, which is a lot of an ask, especially right now. It's not impossible, but it would be a huge challenge. But that's why I have my fundraiser going, in hopes that I can raise enough. I would need to raise enough tomorrow to secure Edmonton and Hamilton. I'm pretty sure Hamilton is not going to happen. Just based off of the reception, just based off of what's been happening, I'm not going to be able to get it. But the hope is still there. The hope is that I could make it happen. But it would require me to sell myself to a lot of people and be like, you need people to be excited about the product you're selling. And right now, it's just kind of a tough time for everyone, but especially for people in the arts, who are most of the people who follow my progress. So yeah, different things like that. People are really bothered by cameras around here. More than other places. I watch streamers in other parts of the world and the reactions are different. Huh? 4 hours from Edmonton, should have said province. Well, I am doing Calgary as well, so depending where you are at, I will either be doing Calgary or Edmonton. See, it's a day like today where I'm always just like, is Johnny streaming? Did I go up against a Johnny stream again? If so, that was silly of me. Yeah, I'm near Calgary. Oh, excellent. Well, that show I'm bringing, the show I'm bringing there is called The Shit. So, yeah. If you happen to be in Edmonton, I hope you can join. Or sorry, Calgary. Damn it. I'm doing Canadian Explains Eurovision in Edmonton. If I can raise the money and if I can secure that. Lots of things. And see, this is what I was trying to go for. Area like this, that's full of things that, like, we normally don't get to see. But yeah, I am going to see if there is any new streaming platform, much like Pixie said, that would allow me to do front-facing and self-facing at the same time. I don't think she cares for streaming at the same time as other people, as I like to say. There's always the replay in case you miss it. Oh, of course. It's just always nice to be able to be around people. I always just, no one likes to feel like they're stepping on other people's toes. And with streaming, you never actually do that. But you always kind of feel like you are. But then again, it's also being like, hey, it's a free market and we're all working together in our own way. So you just got to get out there and do it when you can and have fun. And enjoy. The idea of a high-achieving astronaut using space-age diapers for a cross-country revenge mission made her the butt of jokes for late-night comedians like Jay Leno and Jimmy Kimmel. I'm actually not familiar with that story. But, hey, if it worked, I'd be more worried about getting gas, Again, I guess that could also be a diaper joke. Oh, look at that. I just think it's interesting to have, like, green tiles like that. Never seen that before. Ken and Johnny do same times. They don't coordinate. Yeah, that's true. Man, that would just be a bloodbath. If they're both going, you would get no viewers. Happy squirrel. And this is an overview of Ramsden Park that you wouldn't get to show often. But here it is. I mean, sometimes I always just feel like when I do this, like I just sometimes get really neat visuals, It's like a Baraka type thing. I could probably assemble a really interesting clip show of just a lot of the visuals that you can get sometimes with it. Green or green moss on tiles? I'm really not sure, but either way, like it looks like that was a deliberate choice. Look at this house. That's got a cool vibe to it too. Very neat. Yes, squirrel watch. There's always a squirrel watch. Because I'm nuts. Oh, the terrible puns I come up with. Man, look at the monsteras in that room. Monstera being the plant, of course. That is just like a front room that's just covered in monstera leaves. Ooh, and the garden here? That's gonna look gorgeous when that grows. Was your doggo a squirrel-obsessed pooch? Oh my God, yes. We couldn't take her most places because she would just go off on a tear and tear us. She was a terror. I think she was just a terror overall. All right. Well, I could continue that street, or I'm gonna go up Molson Street. I think we'll try Molson. Give it a look-see. Well, it's not a long street, of course, but... Hey, Sam, all good. This one's been a little... I had to change... I think what might happen is when I have to change the time I start, where I kind of was initially doing noon, and then I had set the time for 2, and I think right now it's 1:52. So I think what will happen is at 2 o'clock it might send the notification because I started early. That branch almost hit me in the face. It's a good time, I guess. Oh, look at that house. God, I love the vines on it. It'll be a written warning. Because yeah, my whole thing is I like to be starting when the time starts, when I'm normally picking up. I want to be already streaming, so that way people are walking into something that feels warm and inviting. So I'm curious to know if when it hits 2 o'clock, if I'll get a bump in people, but we'll find out. As you know, I'm not always about the numbers, but they help. A curious little street. Very calm, very peaceful. I'm glad I'm here, being an obnoxious loud person in the middle of the street. All those trees are branching out to nwomp womp. God, the pun game is strong today. Should I just make awards for like best pun? Because I know I would always be competing. I noticed live notices are glitchy like everything on YouTube these days. Well, YouTube is trying its best. It's only a multi-billion-dollar company. That's why they have to take so much from creators. Yeah, the fact that YouTube takes, what is it, 30% off of every super chat? It's a little greedy. But it's a corporation, what do you expect? I can't bite the hand that feeds me too much though, because otherwise they won't give me the rest. What is this car? What is this masterpiece of a car? Try to block out the... Look at all those ducks. What? Drag queen stickers. I don't know who you are, but I love you. This is amazing. That is fantastic. Good for you. Some platforms take 50% if you know, you know. Oh, good to know. It's a sign YouTube can always do worse. That would be my car. I believe it, Pixie. I believe it. See, here's my thing. It's just like people have cars. I'm just like, you're planning to drive it for as long as you can, right? So like, why not make it your own? I never understood the idea of just not decorating a car how you want to. But it's like, I don't know who that person is, but I'm just like, I feel like I should come by with a card one day and be like, I love you. I want to be your friend. I love you. I want to be your friend. That's my Gur voice. My attempted Gur voice. And a cute little parkette. The church right there across. This is the Hare Krishna church. And then that's the other church. That church, there was a pastor there. And he wanted me to like go and start wanted me to start a coffee shop there. But like, yeah, he wanted me to like invest all my own stuff and put it all in there. And he was just like, it would work really well. I'm just like, you want me to run a coffee shop for you? But you want me to do literally everything to start the coffee shop for you? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. The resale on that will be low. Now he cares about car models. I don't care about regular models. I don't care about train models. Well, train models are cool. It's all about the sticker. Yeah, okay. Well, here's the thing. Like, I hope you crash. All right. Yoshi, you do realize I didn't say that you could have like a dozen full donuts. I'm going to end up getting you like a little pack from Loblaws. But that will be a wonderful victory, and I'll be very proud of you when it happens. All YouTubers love trains. Can't imagine why. Oh, this is a neat little parkette. What's this one? Robertson Davies. Born in 1913, August 28th, small version of Thamesville, Ontario. Huh. So I'm guessing this is the Robertson Davies Park. I like the little stairs that. Yoshi, I have no money. I can't afford to get myself a dozen donuts from Krispy Kremes. You're going to get a dozen donuts from maybe Loblaws. But like, it'll have to be the small ones. Dude, I'm not making money doing this. You know this. But yeah, you can usually pick up those Annette's donuts. Those are really good too. If you put them in the microwave for like 10 seconds, so good. You know what? That's a good point. Yoshi, you have a job. But you know what? 1,000 subscribers is a big deal. I got my tattoo. It's only fair that we give Yoshi something precious that he can hold on to. And maybe he should eat it. Like, donuts are always a good thing to have. Yoshi Donut Fund. Thank you, First Last. You guys are actually a huge help. Just for those of you who don't know, I'm going to be like brutally honest for a second. This is kind of the only thing that I have in terms of income right now, other than this and my fringe fundraiser. So like, the way that you folks support me is a huge help, and I really appreciate it. So thank you for helping this channel grow. Thank you for being a part of this journey. It is a fantastic opportunity and experience to be able to share the city with you. And I hope that you're enjoying it and you keep me going. And so, First Last, thank you very much for the help and the assistance. And just for everyone who keeps coming back day after day, just know I really appreciate it. And I can't thank you enough for being here. So, I just saw this and I was just like, I don't know what this is, but I love this. See, this would be like my lawn if I could afford a lawn. Krispy Kreme used to give you a free donut when you walked in the door. What is life? That would have been great. 2 is the max if that's the way. Well, I want you to know how proud we are of you. and for the work that you're doing. And I think that it's going to be a great experience. Also, someone's just like, why don't you just get a job in the meantime? I'm just like, I've tried to get a job for a while. But unfortunately, I also leave for Orlando in like a month and a half. So I don't really have a way to do stuff other than, oh, tiny little dinosaur. I mean, that's just so stealable. But I shan't do it. Man, this area is kind of what I was hoping for. Stuff like this, that's just interesting. Like, these houses are gorgeous. Not like crazy over donuts, but I'm sure if I get just for 1K subscribers only. Not deeming a donut with robbing you guys. You're not a donut thief, my friend. Did you find me? You left me there. How do you fund your travels then to all your destinations alone? Fundraiser alone? The fundraiser, credit card debt, the profits I made off of last year, which have run out by now, unfortunately. But normally I'll just kind of do odd jobs on the side. If I can find anything, I will do it. And essentially what I do is I start going to businesses in the cities that I'm going to, and I'm trying to be like, hey, if you want to sponsor a day, this is how you can do this. And then I'll also just kind of, like, I write articles for things. Any way that I can raise money, I will. I would sell my body if people would pay for it. But unfortunately, that avenue has not come up yet. Which, again, wasn't meant to be a pun. But there we go. I prefer you as a pterodactyl. More like a pterodactyl. That would actually be a good name for someone. Someone snap that up before it gets trademarked by someone else. Yoshi the pterodactyl. But with a P in front. But yeah, my big hope was I was just trying to... Oh, and then of course I do also do my tours. So that will be, when I book one of those, it can be between $50 and $100 for a 3-hour session. So like, if I could, I would be doing that full time. But it's really hard to bring people on board with that. But it's not completely absent either. You know? It's just anything I can do to try to get moving, I will do. Is this Midtown? This is Midtown, actually. So we're currently kind of situated just under St. Clair. An important message. I'll have to check that out when I get back. Remember, if I do anything on the stream, it will just default to someone else and cancel the stream. So I'll have to take a look at that after. Yeah. Here's the other thing, is like, right now being a tour guide in the off season of TOURonno, and then when it's the on season, I'm usually gone because I'm off doing fringe festivals. So I have to book in the times I'm not available in the coming months. But I have booked a tour in April, so I won't have the regular time going for April 3rd, unless of course they cancel, which is something that people are doing way too often these days. If you sign up for a tour, please don't cancel. It's just, I am doing one-on-one tours here for a reason. Actually, I got the nicest review from someone who was just like, I've been to tours all over the world, and like Matti was one of the best. And I was just like, oh, I really appreciate that. But it's all thanks to Randy. Randy's given me so much more additional knowledge just from our walks together that it's actually allowed me to do even better at what I do on the regular. So, yeah. If I could do tours the whole time, I would just do tours. Which might be why I do this. Which kind of like it's my brand or something. Can't believe I forgot. It's just like, what's the one thing you do for money? Just like, oh, duh, tours. Duh. Duh myself, not duh everyone else. Just like, that thing that I named my channel after? Yeah, that. Cool. I have a job, but my job pay sucks. I mean, that's kind of just par for the course these days. I did read somewhere that the number of subscribers you have on your YouTube channel is generally how much you can expect to make in a year of doing YouTube, which helps to kind of gauge what my goals need to be and where they should be in the next coming months. So that's my hope. That's the hope. You might want to consider whether visiting the US is worth it. Things are getting worse there. Don't want you getting detained. I understand that. But my whole thing is I'm just like, I am going to an area that is relatively safe. And I'm also going with the express intent of promoting queer art, different shows, comedians across the country, and theatrical ideals. That's kind of everything I stand for. So I understand the hesitation, especially going to America right now. But I'm also just like, that's where my family is. That's where my home fringe is. That's where the people I care about most are. That's what I gotta do. I could afford buying 1,500 donuts, but I'm not going to go full on sugary oat. I couldn't eat 1,500 donuts in a year. That would be too much. That would be too much even for me. That building looks like London, England. Which one? There's actually quite a few interesting buildings here. Just kind of walking down this route. Hello, Alex. Good to see you. You're not going to get detained for absolutely no reason. Just follow what you plan to do and you'll be fine. Well, here's the thing. When you're going to Orlando and you're just like, what are you here for? I'm just like, theme parks. They'll be like, yeah, it's fine. Go. I'll be like, yay. It's not exactly like I'm on anyone's radar. I'd have to piss off someone like an aggressive amount. And even if they do, they'll be like, what's your job? I'm just like, I'm a YouTuber. I'm coming down here to film stuff. I don't think that would raise any red flags either, because it's technically not work. Fair enough, but be careful there. I will. Again, I'm not going to go out of my way to piss off the wrong people. Orlando's kind of like a nice blue bubble in a red state. So, I'm going for dinner downtown at Lobster's Burger Bar for a friend on my friend's birthday. That sounds nice. Lobster Burger Bar, that's the one on King Street, right? One that's like by the Royal Alex? Me as someone who could pass for Mexican, I may have issues at the border. Fair enough. They target certain demographics and different people, but most people are not part of that. Yeah. Being a YouTuber is technically working without a permit. Well, let's hope they don't find out that I do that. Please no one tell them. Hello, Arnold. We are doing well today. It is a beautiful day. Actually, it's cooling down quite a bit. But yeah, it's definitely getting chillier. But not in a bad way. The plan today was just to walk some random streets in Midtown, and it is not disappointing so far. Lots of really beautiful houses. Lots of interesting character buildings too, which is nice. London, England building was back a bit off-white, looked like Regent Street. Oh, I'm gonna have to take another look at that next time I'm here. Just like, even just looking at this one, just like, that's really cool. Again, anything with vines, especially in winter, I'm just like, that's cool. Good job, house. Also, I just realized I'm on Birch Avenue, but that font made it look like Bitch Avenue. And I was like, oh, look at that. YouTubers travel for work all the time and they are safe. That's good. Sun is lazy today. I mean, it was out not long ago. Don't know what's happening now, but I'm just like, can I have some of that sun back, please? That would be nice. Okay, it looks like this ends, but there must be a way back down or through. Conventions happy everywhere and shows do as well. I wonder if I could reach out to IAPA. Okay, see, here's the thing. Like, some people have like train obsession. I'm like roller coasters and theme parks. Probably my guiltiest of guilty pleasures. I'll go home and I'll watch roller coaster videos over and over and over again. I don't think this goes anywhere. I think I just have to go across the schoolyard. Just maybe don't try to bring the Zaza. The Zaza. Vines, I love vines. The vines got ripped off where I live and I'm still upset about it. I understand they can cause like structural issues, but I'm just like, that's only if you remove them. They're so nice and pretty. I found out that Canada and the UK have another thing in common. US Republicans don't like us. I mean, yeah, I heard the UK said no to Trump using their bases. He's very upset about that. But at the same time, I can't remember what the name of the Prime Minister of UK is right now, but I love roller coasters but cannot handle spinny rides. I'm the exact same way. Although I think I might try to force myself on some spinny rides if I go to Wonderland or if I go back to like Disney or Universal when I'm in Orlando. But like, yeah. My whole thing is when I go to Universal or when I go to these places, I generally have someone that I like to go with, or someone that I just get to like. I would love to just go back and stream Orlando again this year. But the hope is that when I'm down there, I'm actually going to get to explore as much of the area as I can. Just stopping by to say hello to everyone. I'm heading for a cut. Well, you have a wonderful haircut, Jennifer, and it's lovely as ever to see you. Thank you for stopping by today. Say, I'm glad you know the answer. You have not spent too much time at the pub today. I mean, it's not that late in the day. Or maybe it is. I don't know. What is time anymore? It's as Randy would say, it's 2026. What is time? Lots of construction going on in these places. I'm making my own Cat 6 and Ethernet data cable soon. Ooh. That sounds fascinating, actually. I have no idea how you would do that. All right. I can go left, which I think will head us closer towards... Frig, I don't even know what street we're on right now. Probably closer to Yonge? Oh, I guess that heads back over that. Or I can go down this mystery street. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its thrill. I guess we're going this way. Gosh, it's already like halfway through March. More than halfway through March. I have to memorize an entire show in like 2 weeks. That's fun. That's real fun. Either way, I'm gonna have to get home and just read. Go over the show again and again and again. By the way, if anyone wants to, I am planning to do my reading for the show for the first time. And that'll be going up in the on Saturday is when I'll do the reading. So if anyone wants to join for that, you would be welcome to, just let me know. Technically, it's by donation, but you guys follow me every day. It's fine. Hello, Wheeze. Did you hear Pierre Poilievre is going to be on Joe Rogan's podcast? Of course he is. What a turkey. You have to read your messages. All right, I will do that. Hello, Mo. Good to see you today. Man, a lot of really beautiful places around here. Ooh, I like that purple one. That stands out in a nice way. Been a long time since I saw Rocky Horror. No kidding. Actually, no, that's not true. I saw it I did see it when I went to Calgary Fringe last year. And I might have seen it before then. Hello, Medano. Maybe Pierre will take a hit of it. Reading of your Fringe show. Do we get to throw toast? I mean, if it's called I don't know. I don't know. It's snowing again there? Oh gosh. That's no fun. Hopefully it's not snowing too bad. Cedar trees grow everywhere except Alberta. Is that true? I know Alberta doesn't have any rats in it, so that's pretty cool. When I heard that, I didn't think that could be real. And then finding out that it actually is, I'm just like, wow. A place that has actually managed to not just exterminate the rat population, but has managed to sustain a permanent de-ratting population. Just like, that's kind of interesting. Which kind of also brings to mind, I'm just like, what animals have replaced rats in that particular food chain? Because I know there's groundhogs. I imagine there would still be like field mice and everything else. So it's just curious that rats are the thing that are essentially omnipresent everywhere else, except for Alberta. We can grow cedar trees, but they need a lot of care, covering them in winter blasts. They're small shrub-type cedars. That makes sense. Man, look at this house. What neat little spaces. It's funny how I think every house here is a duplex. Semi-detached. I don't know, for a long time I was just like, prairie dogs, snakes. I feel like snakes would eat the rat, as Survivor so eloquently put years and years ago. By the kids, Survivor was a show that old people used to watch back in the day. And actually care about. Nowadays, it seems it's one or the other. It's cool, no rats. Well, we do have mice, so does my house sometimes. See, that's the thing. It's just like no rats, but that doesn't mean no mice. So still some kind of rodent pest. I don't know who Keir Starmer, if I'm not, is the British PM. Yes, that sounds right. Because it sounds kind of like, how do I put this nicely? It sounds kind of like a word that German 40s would use. Or maybe just German, but like specifically that era in my brain for some reason. I hope you're enjoying these streets, folks. There's a couple more we can go to if you're liking this. Or we can start looping around and go in different places. Yeah, let me know. I saw this show, Naked and Afraid. It seems to be what Survivor evolved into. I mean, to be fair, that's probably that would be an interesting show to experience. So they voted, there must be like people voted out every day. All right, why don't I go up Yonge, and I can either do one more around this area and then start to make my way back down, finding some streets over. Oh, do I really want to try to do Rosedale? That never goes well for me. You know what, I'm gonna go up to the left and plan to go up and then hit Bay and then go south on there. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see where we end up. Either way, thank you for being with us today, friends. It's good to have you. The butterflies are back. Oh, look at them. Silly fancy worms. All right, I will let people know it has been an hour, so thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Matti. I'm a tour guide in Toronto. If you are enjoying yourself, please consider liking and subscribing. That does help the channel out in a good way. And if you or someone you know is coming to the city and you're looking for a unique experience, why not gift them with a customized walking tour? I'm available for bookings via VIATOR or TRIPADVISOR in the link in the description below, as well as Airbnb soon. So check on that very, very soon. In addition to that, thank you so much for joining us. And if you feel interested, I will be taking my Fringe show in the next couple months on the road to Orlando, Calgary, and potentially Edmonton. So if you are able to contribute to that, I ask that you would please consider donating a certain amount in the link in the description below. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we're gonna keep going for a walk. I got a few messages there. Boop what you booped. I booped a couple things today. I booped a Michael on his nose. Michael statue-esque. Something like Michael statue. YouTube, I may reconsider my entire Google account soon. There. Talking about Rose Bell makes me poor. It makes everyone feel poor. I mean, at least that's the great equalizer, right? If everyone's upset, then no one can be. I'll take Sam mod spot if he leaves. You know what, buddy? You know what, first last? Let's just promote you. You're here often enough. We enjoy your spirit and your gumption. So welcome to the team, my friend. First and last, you have officially been knighted. Now, if you abuse that, I'll demote you to Yoshi status.
Basically.
Don't tell me. All right, so it looks like we're coming up to a street called Woodlawn. And I think that will be the one that takes us left. So let's go for it. Let's see where we end up. The way I'm looking at it, we go left, we can go south on Bay. Have a good time. The butterflies stay. Hard to moderate when advertisements cover the chat all the time. I know. I wish I had a way to help you out, buddy. That's a situation where I'm just like, there's not much I can do with regards to that. Unless there is. If there's something I can do about that, I'd have to look into that. Ooh, yellow brick house. You know what that means? That means it's likely made from houses, or likely made from bricks found at the brickworks. Which goes without saying, but sometimes you can see. Also get a nice little view of the CN Tower in the distance there, indicating that that is south. Oh, wow. Some of these places are a little crazy. I mean, look at the size of these apartments. This is like illustrious spaces. YouTube is my main source of television. I agree. Well, here's the thing. Like, you can watch all of Taskmaster on YouTube. And just like, what else does someone need? Man, some of these houses are really neat. How does Toronto compare with Orlando? What do you prefer? I mean, Orlando has, actually, it's really no comparison in my head. Toronto is the superior city. Toronto is a highly walkable city, built for people, with a history, with like a walkable geography. It's a good mix of people. Everyone's pretty friendly. It's remarkably safe, usually. Like, in my brain, it's no competition. Orlando has a great amount of theme parks, and it has a wonderful fringe festival. But it's kind of no contest in my head. Toronto wins. But like, if we're talking fringe festivals, Orlando by like a country mile, by a 2 country mile. Toronto Fringe is not my favorite. I have gone on the record as to say why. Whoa! Look at that place. What an odd building, but also how cool. I love that one. Orlando has alligators. I mean, that is a plus, I'm not gonna lie. But we have raccoons, and I prefer raccoons to alligators. yeah, even in terms of like wildlife, Toronto is based in like, Toronto is based off of a woodland forest. Orlando is based off a swamp, technically, which can be really cool. Like if you go to Gatorland, you can see gators, and gators are cool. But, you know. Oh, look at the inlets on that one. That's an interesting texture and technique. I don't know if I'm crazy about it, but it's interesting. Man, a lot of these houses are super cool. Like, look at that one. Red Bull gives you wings and so does butterflies. Aw, Vasily, thank you so much. You folks really, I will say this, you folks really do make it special and make it worthwhile. So thank you for joining us today. And thank you for just always being a part and a support of the channel. It really means a lot. And I hope that you enjoy coming along for the rides when you do. And I'm super honored, super flattered. I know I'm just beginning and I need to be patient because it will grow. But the fact that I can get out here and do this every day and you folks come out and support me day after day is very special. And so thank you very much. But on that note, look at that house. That's so cool and weird and I love it. Forest Hill, is that even richer than the suburb? What is the fanciest? Forest Hill is like really pretty well known for being hoity-toity, upper class, fancy. But this area is pretty good too. Pretty good. Hey, here's my thing. I did notice that, like, when I was going through my analytics, I always assumed that it was people who are watching who are just subscribed already. And then you realize halfway through, it's just like, wow, no one subscribes to you. Like 40 to 50% of the people watching are subscribers. So I'm just like, I'm lucky if at least the half of the people are there. And I'm realizing a good majority of that is actually probably bots that are watching. But no, it's kind of the ideal where I'm just like, you go through and you listen to everyone's videos on YouTube. They're just like and subscribe. And at some point you realize just like, oh no, that actually does make a difference. It's crazy. Because that's how you get your stuff. Hello, Mayan. Welcome back, Vasily. It's been forever. Haven't seen you in weeks. Crazy. Rosedale would be considered the oldest of old money. Forest Hill would not be as old money. That makes sense. That tracks in my brain. It's like, look at the, like, even just look at the lawns on these places. This area is pretty gorgeous. Very big, very spacious. Butters. Open up a PayPal account dedicated for equipment donations. I do have my PayPal account. And I will say if anyone does donate, well, here's the thing. Anyone who does donate anything to my PayPal right now or anything to me at all will A, go towards my Keep Me Alive fund, but will also go towards trying to secure the spaces for Fringe. So if you are here and you are able to, thank you so much for being a part of the journey and helping out as you can. But again, no worries if you're not able to, because I understand it's hard out there right now for everybody. But even just talking about it can be a huge help too. So thank you for doing that. Oh, that's neat. If you look at the top there, it has a window, and then that other window on the other side is like a half window, so that's actually a balcony. But it's like built into the structure of the house. That's really cool. Wonder why me and you're like Pokeroo, Vasily. If you're young enough for that reference, I don't know if you are, or old enough. You might not be old enough for the reference, but you might get the thing. I love the red brick houses. Yeah, a lot of really nice houses here. Very interesting. Very like, this is an area that feels rich with architectural history. And I can like walk a lot of these streets just over and over again, looking at the places that it's hard out here for a pimp. I know what the line was, but it felt wrong singing that. So I'm just like, I've never been a pimp in my life, despite my best efforts. No, I'm kidding. Hello, Neville. Good to see you today. Oh, I have thoroughly enjoyed exploring this area. I'm surprised I haven't done this more often. It's hot out here for a friend. I noticed the stall on that line. I'm glad we thought the same thing, but I was just like, I probably shouldn't say the next word. I'm getting better at like holding my thoughts back when I need to, but it doesn't happen often. Let's be honest. I guess in Rosedale Forest Hill, you would see fewer houses per walk with the larger plots. That's true, but like, the hope is that the bigger the house, the more detail that there is there. And like, here's my thing. I would love to like talk to some of the people who live here and find out just like, what is it like living in this area? How do you find it? What are your bills like? Because your like sheer gas houses and electric prices in this area must be astronomical. You know, what is it? Townhouse is a condo apartment pretending to be a house, but somehow even worse than either. I mean, I've lived in a townhouse before, and some of them have been great. But like, yeah, they definitely come with their own issues. Monarch a conundrum. I think that this building is actually really interesting. Look at the pattern in there. And the way that they have the architecture at the, like, on the, what's it called? The canopy at the beginning? The front entranceway with that almost like pagoda-esque, like, that's cool. All right, so I'm on Avenue. I mean, beautiful view. Really, really love it. Avenue Road's actually kind of interesting because essentially north of Bloor, it really does just turn into a city. Like a city road. As in, it's just for cars. And GTFO. Or GTFRO, I should say. Building has a mustache canopy. Oh, I knew there was a reason I liked it. There it is. That makes sense. Now you're talking my language, which it turns out is... I'm just trying to think of a language that would be funny. No, I guess I can't think of one. I could start, but I can't finish. That was a roundabout joke, but it did get there. I just want to point that out. It did get there eventually. Oh, should I piss the drivers off by walking here? I think I'm going to piss the drivers off by walking here. Not finishing is a common problem. Well, the jokes never get old, but I do. I feel like not finishing is a very Swedish problem. Personally, I'm not a fan of the Danes. I eat Danish for breakfast. I wasn't going to do this area, but let's do this area. See what else we got. Ooh, beautiful building. Again with the vines. I know it's the vines. The vines get me every time. Did you see the World Happiness Ranking where Canada is now 25th behind the US in 23rd? Are Canadians getting much unhappier faster? That's a good question. God, I hope not. Well, what's that they say? Ignorance is bliss? And who's more ignorant? Just read that Gary Glitter is on his last legs and may become unalive behind bars. Oh, is he Epsteining? Show people more butterflies and happiness will go up. You know what? Not incorrect. Man, look at these big old buildings. This place has got some interesting texture to it. Denmark is ranked like second. I think that's also their Eurovision odds right now, which is good. Shame Marcus isn't here. We could talk about that a little more. Oh, that's a cool little sculpture in the middle there. Look at that. The Benvenuto. Ah, even like this cute little side alley here. Overlooks that house with a turret. It's an interesting area, actually. I don't think I can go through here, but I'm just like, I love that sculpture. That is super cool. One Benvenuto place. Whole plaque about it here. Mid-century modern apartment buildings. One of the first. I wonder if I move to Finland, if I'll become the happiest. You know what? Why not try? There's lots of places you can go. Oh, I thought his name was Andrew Mount Children now. What's that they say? Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Money is the root of absolute power. So there is that. Oh, this is a cool neighborhood. I'm actually surprised I haven't come up and explored this area more. There's a lot you can mine here. Oh, look at that building. Oh, it actually got like really dark in here to the point where I actually have to take my glasses off. That does not normally... And I dropped my glasses. That doesn't normally happen. The glasses dropping and the having to take things off at this time of year. If you ride a pedal bike to the same place every day, you are recycling. Oh, Sam. Never change. Isn't happiness an ebb and flow, though? It's hard to gauge. Okay, you guys. Okay. Stop with the puns. They're making me laugh too much. Y'all are very punny, I get it. Actually, no, don't stop. The Benvenuto was considered the ultimate in rentals in Toronto at one point. I believe it. It's probably still up there. Let's be honest. Like, that's a beautiful place. So now the danger of this area is, oh, look at this. Beautiful narrow home. Oh, this guy's turning perfect. let's start to make our way down. We're at Clarendon Crescent. This is a really cool little area. Oh, the beautiful slush. I have a name, HXQ. Thank you. No, okay. Happiness is finding a treasure in a secondhand bookstore, then going next door, having some baked goods with a coffee in hand. Why are you rereading the new treasure? What? New treasure in hand. I mean, I do love all of those things. Okay, what a cool little street. I don't think I knew this was here. I'm just going to take a moment to see. Like, here's the thing. This is not something I would expect to find in Toronto. But look at this. No one must come here. I wonder if this is the street Margaret Atwood lives on. I wonder if he was honking at me for filming. If he is, that was silly. Is this Drake's neighborhood? I don't believe so. When you're bored at home, watch The Most Dumbest Thing an American Has Said. It's hilarious. Oh gosh, how would you choose? So many options. Like, look at these places. This is gorgeous. How freaking neat. Looks a little rich tasting here. Just a little bit, eh? Man, I wish I was rich 30 years ago so that I could have bought one of these places. Why didn't I get rich when I was 10? What's wrong with me? I think I came a little close. Okay, I know exactly where we are now. I just didn't realize that it continued up that way like this. Is the commute decent from around about here to downtown Toronto? Very nice looking place to live. Very much so. I believe we're going to come out at the bottom here, right by Davenport and DuPont. So we're actually just like not even a hop, skip, and a jump to pretty much everything. All right, I'll let people choose. Do you want me to go south and then east on College? Or do you want me to follow Davenport and DuPont down? So triple D or fiddly D? Apparently Prince William is banning Andrew from ever seeing his family. I mean, good. I wouldn't want that man seeing my family, especially not the young kids. I can't imagine that man has anything useful or anything good to say to the next generation. So let's muzzle him. Follow Davenport. You know what? Triple D it is. But what a nice little area to stumble into. Super, super cool. Why would his family want to see it and discuss? I agree. Like, imagine finding that stuff out about, like, your uncle. The worst my nephews are going to find out is just like, oh my God, he's a YouTuber. Just like, yeah, he is. Not even like a rich YouTuber. Just a plain old-fashioned vanilla one. All right, let's cross over. Squirrel. This is a high-level pumping station. Prince Henry as an uncle is probably a lot of fun. I believe that. I wonder if he's like Harry and Andrew still get along, right? I don't care. I mean, I'm really not a royalist. I really don't care much about that whole empire. Ever since the Queen died, I'm just like, aw. It was so nice that for so long we had a female in power, and now it's just like regular old empire. Shucks. Hands up for Andrew. Or, sorry, hand up for Arnold. Thank you for joining us again today, my friend. Me back? What are you talking? Well, hello again, Andrew. That was very convenient timing. I'm not gonna lie. We were just talking about royalism, and also how beautiful the area we were in, and then people voted that I should walk Davenport back to the area from which I came from. But we shall see. We shall see where I do or what I end up from. It's interesting that they call this area Summerhill, because Summerhill to me is like the other side. The only jail I'm in is my wife not letting me wander. Well, that's why I'm wandering for you. At least I try to. Vote, the tribe has spoken. True enough, true enough. Hey, Poison, good to see you, my friend. Stream is going well. The stream is going. Oh my God, the sun's back. That happened all at once and out of nowhere. Good thing I have my glasses on my head. Like a nincompoop. This is impressive wealth. Where would you rank Toronto among North American cities? I guess New York is number 1. Toronto should be top 10 though. In terms of wealth, that's a good question. Because I know like New York's up there, Los Angeles is up there, Chicago, probably Vancouver as well. But I don't know if Toronto would be like ahead of Vancouver or if Toronto would be kind of in the same, I don't know. Toronto might be ahead of Vancouver just because of the sheer amount of density of the GTA. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if there were some like really odd cities on like wealth concentration. Because like California might have a bunch just because of Tech Valley. Liz Truss's shortest term as Prime Minister was hilarious for 49 days. You know what? She was there for a very short amount of time. She got in there, she killed the Queen, and then she left. Like, what else do you need? Yeah, what a ridiculously short run. You know she did something to rig her wealth for life and then just got out. To be fair, I'm surprised more politicians don't do that. At least they'd be more transparent and we'd be better for it. Toronto also has the extremes of the very wealthy and the ones without. That's true. Because here's the thing, a lot of like the wealth concentration, anyone who has like a mid-class job or like families especially, they're kind of forced to move out of the city, which is what me and Angela were talking about a little bit yesterday. But like the Toronto intensity of wealth, like if you live downtown or like if you live in the area, you're more likely wealthy because the cost of getting stuff here is exceptional. Toronto isn't as dense as New York and can't have subway lines everywhere. It's true. New York City, LA, and San Francisco are all richer than Toronto. Does that mean that Toronto's number 4 then? Liz Truss got in power and shat herself. Oh no. Probably the same. Justin Trudeau stayed in power long enough to nab Katy Perry. I would like to think that... I love the mock the week joke that they did, where it's just like proof that Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau have gotten together. Proof that if you can be a cute, bimbly know-nothing and still nab Katy Perry. Just like, well, fair enough. Justin Trudeau towards the end there was getting a little... He wore himself a little too thin. Wasn't doing his party any favors. But I am glad he ducked out when he did, because he gave... Everything kind of shifted together for the Liberals in a very positive way. So, depending on city definition, you're using Boston, Atlanta, Seattle, Philly, and Miami can rank higher than Toronto too. That doesn't surprise me at all. Miami especially. Miami is like super rich. Atlanta's surprising though. And Philadelphia is one of those also extreme wealth and extreme poverty situations. But I will say I love Philadelphia. Oh my gosh, it's a beautiful city. Has some great friends there. I would love to go back to Philadelphia sometime. But again, not holding my breath. I have found out that when Fringe comes, and I do end up going places, I only end up meeting about half the people while I'm there. Like I've gone to Orlando multiple times, and there's some people I've talked to for years, and I'll go there and they'll still never want to connect. I'm just like, well, it's kind of a you problem. Not just wealth, also personal preference in terms of urbanism. Well, the great thing about Toronto is that Toronto is just super highly walkable. And I really like that. I'm very much a fond of what Toronto offers as a walktuber. This is one of the few cities you can do this easily. And literally having spaces that I've never explored today after like how long have I been doing this? 6 months? 7 months? Oh my God, I've been doing this for 6 months now. Anyways, like after that long, I still have places that I've never really explored. So, highly walkable city, great destinations, highly encourage. But then again, I also just have like an entrepreneurial, adventurous spirit. Atlanta is home to Coke and also the world's biggest shipping airports. True. Dallas-Fort Worth is higher than Toronto too. Oh, interesting. If we're talking about like core city, I think Toronto is 3rd behind New York City and LA. That also tracks for me. And I would wonder if Vancouver would be kind of on the same list too. I wonder if when I get home, if Joel will have ate the rest of the pizza. I suspect that he will have. And if that happens, I will be sad. But also not sad, because it was good pizza and I'm glad that someone got to eat. But yes. I am suspecting that pizza will be evaporated. God, cold pizza is the best. Am I selling any merchandise? I'm going to be selling some merchandise. So I will obviously have the merchandise that I sell through my Shopify store. I have been debating on whether or not I should reopen my clothing store, like my clothing products. But it's just such a grind right now. I'm just like, I don't know if I feel up for doing that. I would have to find a way to display my art on clothing that I can actually like get behind. which means it would have to be either bamboo or like something that's sustainable, or even like recycled plastic, but then it would have to be mesh so it could still breathe. I don't know. We'll think about it. Toronto's only walkable in downtown, and Midtown in the inner suburbs isn't walkable. Oh, that's very true. Toronto, the outskirts of Toronto does definitely turn into car city. But like downtown, and even the downtowns of Scarborough and downtowns of Etobicoke, like those are somewhat walkable, but certainly not as interesting and certainly not as engaging as these areas here. Generally, Toronto does refer to like the downtown core, which isn't always fair, but when you're referring to the six, that kind of refers to Toronto and the suburbs. Pizza from where? Where do you think? Cosmic Pizza, of course. Everyone loves Cosmic Pizza. Everyone loves Cosmic Pizza. But we had a Hawaiian and a Canadian, and both were delicious. Never could get into cold pizza, but I have a fondness for nuked day after drinking pizza. For nuked day. Oh, yes. So just microwaving them. I understand. Do online clothing business, don't open a store. Well, that's the plan, right? That's what I would do. But it's still just like, it's a lot of time and effort and stuff. Also, like, when I would ship clothes out, it would take like 6 weeks. I think that's a long time for someone to wait for clothes these days. You need to like get them fast. Although maybe I could talk to ChatGPT about that. I don't like AI, but like for business planning and stuff, it's got better ideas than I do. But I'd rather go to a consultant, someone human who actually understands what I'm trying to do with the business. That's preferred. Is there a person version of ChatGPT? Don't eat pizza in Brazil. One dead, 118 seriously ill. What? I want my Toronto merch. You know what? If people want Toronto merch, I have had an idea for a t-shirt I've been wanting to do for a while now. So I can always do that. Just make t-shirts and then send them out to people. That could be fun. That could be a lot of fun. I was thinking of doing like t-shirts, buttons, postcards. Simple stuff. I do want to grow the channel. And as I said, I do art. I probably make better art than anybody. As someone who is an artist, I would, I guess it's what you do with it. But I just can't I know how much energy it takes into making art. I just think, my hope is that if people who do AI art or like who make the AI prompts, I really hope that they spend time to like engage with an artistic medium that's their own, that they can kind of develop their own style and shape and color. And like when you actually get to it and like can actually create something with your hands, it is a really beautiful and really great feeling. So I hope that people get that same kind of long-term growth and development from their items. So I'm late to the party. So that's okay, Marcus. We were talking about HXQ. Can you survive without a car in Toronto? Yes. Yeah. I've survived in Toronto my entire life. It crashed through. Oh, sorry, brah. Sorry, my friend. Suffering through the buffering. Lots of errors, and you kind of have to be its manager, providing oversight. The grammar in a book I was writing, but it came back just then. But I'm starting to think the next Nikki book will just never come out. Weird. I must be in a bad area. But that doesn't make any sense. I wonder what's changed. Yeah, very curious to know what's going on here, because it was not this bad when we walked over along this exact same route earlier. So, God, is like Freedom Mobile just the worst? Maybe. I lived in Toronto for 6 months. Amazing scenery. Is it still buffering a lot? I literally can't. Ugh. Now if we go down to York, because this is unusual, it should not normally be buffering, but to have something go so frequently annoying, well, I apologize for the stream stability not being there. On me, I think it's probably one of my, it's absolutely one of my favorites of the year, but I would say it's probably in my top 3 right now. Oh, honk honk. Let me know if it's stabilized. If it's stabilized, that's a good sign. I haven't seen anyone posting the thing lately, so that's good. For me to look at switching phone company, then I should be compensated. If I go into a Freedom store, I wonder what they'll say. I know where one is, so I should go talk to them.
Get to the other side.
If I know there's something, if I know it's still buffering when I'm on Blur, then I know there's an issue with the network. And if there's an issue with the network, that's usually a good sign that maybe it's time to change. Because I have done this route many times, and it never causes issues going this way. So the hope is that now going this way, it should be fine. But having that area be a dead zone doesn't make any sense in my brain, and I might just have to look into other options anyway. So maybe I can pit all of the Canadian phone companies against each other. Oh, I get the accordion lady. Oh, I love her. Hell yeah. Oh, so good. God, I wish I had money so I could give her money. Better now, buffering still. I'm back my bee house things. Well, apparently we're having some issues with buffering there for a while, but my hope is that things have improved since then. So in that case, if it is, then I have to hope that we keep going with it. So, whew. By the way, we are back to Bloor Yonge, starting this whole put a cap at the front, put a cap at the end, get the whole experience. Looked like a Roma person. Oh, I couldn't say the one way or the other on that one, but. All I know is that she plays a mean accordion. God, I hope that's an accordion, not like an obscure accordion-like instrument. Oh. Either way, we just have to appreciate her accordionly. Many big European cities have big problems with them. I have heard that. Like, I have heard of the Roma community being ostracized in many different areas. My whole, like, Roma comes from Romania, right? I got a recording of the buffering, but Discord won't let me send it to you due to size restrictions. Good to know. Either way, I'm gonna have to talk to my phone company and be like, this keeps happening. And if this keeps happening, I don't know how I feel about this, so. I use Freedom Mobile, is the mobile provider. I was in Stockholm and there were hundreds on the street, many causing problems. They are often controlled by criminals in luxurious houses in Romania. Ah, okay. Love this area, I live near here, great to see you again. Oh, I'm glad you're good. Okay, so probably like primarily the Balkan areas then. I should do some more research on that to figure out exactly what's happening there, because I know that they are often like any community that is so frequently demonized or ostracized. I'm always just like, oh, I should probably do some more research on that. Oh yeah, of course not. Never said you were. Well, welcome back to Yonge Street, the longest street in the world. I have friends from Romania and they have a bad reputation in Sweden because of Romas. My friends are highly educated, integrating very well, yet they experience a lot of discrimination. Any occult references in TOURonno? Hello, Joy. I will say, I can't say for sure. I know there's certain buildings, like there's the Masonic Temple, which has a history of like occultism or like occultism ties. I know there's also, there were some things about like specific lines in the city being drawn up in a specific way that is very occult-like. But I don't know anything specifically like occult related. I should do some research on that and figure that out. See, here's my thing. In regards to it being like dead spots, the fact that I walked up that area and didn't have any problems, but walking down the area did, that makes me believe there's something going on there. Oh, we saw a little pup walk by. Oh. By the way, there's the Scientology building. We can throw eggs at it, it's fine. We shouldn't, but we could. Ooh, Subar karaoke. I haven't been there yet. Who was I talking to? I think it was Angela. Angela wanted to go do karaoke sometime. And it's like, you know what? We need more karaoke bars in Yonge Street. I guess karaoke was another one of those things that went really bang for a while and then kind of went bust. Kind of in the same way as like movie theaters and escape rooms and essentially anything that was like a major fad. Then just kind of levels off to like regular, not regular attendance, but like more regular crowds after the big boom, right? Is the moon out of Gatorade now? I was feeling weird yesterday. I did hear that the moon. I did hear that Mercury was in Gatorade recently. I can't say for sure exactly how much it was, but I do believe that it was. Someone tells me jokes to clear me up. I've been watching the news. I mean, my mom took 9 months to make a joke, and I think it's pretty funny. Compilations of cats being funny. Thank God for cat videos, making the world a better place, one meow at a time. Can probably send it via Microsoft Teams. I mean, sure, you can try it out. Don't watch the news. Here's the thing. Watch the news, but watch the news responsibly. And recognize that the news is trying to incite you to anger. 90% of the time. But there's also a lot of good news out there as well. That just gets overshadowed a lot because everything's at war and people are terrible. Just ignore all the news from old white men. That's my key. Piglets having the zoomies. Oh, I've never seen piglets have zoomies. Did you do the boop yet? I did do the boop. I did do the boop. I got 2 boops in today. I've also followed a seal page on YouTube and 20% happier. You know what? That seals the deal. No puns, I thought. See, I can make puns because I'm the one holding the camera. Actually, that's not true. I shouldn't make puns. It sets a bad precedent. But here's the thing. I would rather have more people make more puns because then I can laugh. I seal subscribe to the page. Nicely done. Nicely done. There is a seal center 10 minutes from here in the Netherlands. They have live webcams of their seals. Lots of people from Japan watching for some reason. Because seals are adorable. And Japan loves adorable things. I'm loved in Japan. Not for the same reason, but still. No, I'm kidding. I'm not loved in Japan. I'm barely tolerated in Canada, let's be honest. A seal rescue center and museum. Oh, that's funny. I wouldn't think of Netherlands as being a place that has seals, but I'm just like, of course they have seals. They would obviously have seals. That's a perfect place for them. Galumping is what they call when they travel on land. That's just a perfect word. That is just a perfect word. If you're interested, you can watch for webcams on YouTube. Look for Sie Hondenzentrum Peterborough. How did I do? Did I get that right? There's good jokes and then there's bad jokes. Which am I? No. We have the Wadden Sea here, which is protected UNESCO site with lots of seals. Good pronunciation. Oh, good. Good, good, good. I'm glad I didn't offend any Danes today. Or Netherlandians. Netherlanders? Amsterdam. Let me know it's the correct one. I find my seal twin lover. Is it me you're working for? The Wadden Sea is part of the Netherlands, Germany, and Denmark. Oh, good. A triad of countries. Not gonna lie, I actually thought that was a pretty good seal impersonation I just did. Which is your house? Oh, I live in the area. Not too far. By the way, I love the mural that they did of World Pride over here. It's really nice. I actually remember being here for that. I remember it was such a big deal, and then it happened, and everyone was just like, eh, it happened. It's like, all right, fair enough. Ooh, maybe I should go to Understory again. Buffy the Vampire Stream Slayer. Ugh. This is proven to be annoying. I'm gonna probably cut the stream on the next street. Kind of where we started, actually. Home again, home again. Yeah, I'm not far from it, which is good. May I ask, is your Wi-Fi on? Maybe he's trying to connect while you pass free Wi-Fi hotspot. Oh, I hadn't considered that. I will look into that in future. That might actually be a big part of it. But thank you so much for joining us today, friends. My name is Matti. I'm TOURonno. If you or somebody you know is coming to the city and you're looking for a unique and customized experience, why not give them a customized walking tour? You can find my services in the description below, be VIATOR, TRIPADVISOR, and soon to be Airbnb. I also have a collection of other people that you can follow on there as well, including thank you for everyone who joined us today. If you do like and subscribe, it does help with the channel a great deal, and I really appreciate every kind of interaction you have with us. So thank you so much. In addition to that, if you are able to help out with the fundraiser, please let people know that they have one more day to contribute, at which point I will kind of know where I'm going this summer. So if you or someone you know is able to help with that, please do. Please consider helping or any way you can kind of execute and help with that. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. And just thank you for being such a great audience. Thank you for always being here, and it's lovely to see you again. Bye.